She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, told that bitches either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call, I'ma start another war. Split a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. He ain't locked in with the count, and what you speaking to me for? Yeah, I just took the floor, ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign, tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion, they can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Came through with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, told that bitches either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call, we gon' start another war.
Messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, bitch.
They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a...
Hey, shalom, Israel. We are the ISUPK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahawadah, and since 1969, we've been teaching and spreading this truth throughout the four corners of the earth to let Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans know that they are the true Israelites according to the Bible, that they are the real Jews. So I want to say Yahawadah Shem Yahawadah Rakatah, Rakatham to the brothers, Yahawadah Shema Atah Shem Yahawadah to the sisters. Clap it up, get it in. This is the Orlando Tuesday Night Brotherhood class, and I am your host, Priest and Officer of 500 Chaanak Yahawadah. The water, y'all, for joining in. You know what I'm saying? The water to everybody that's been tuning in. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to ISUPK Florida, ISUPK Orlando. You know what I'm saying? Shalom to everybody that's in the chat. Princess Nazam, Anah. Shalom, sis. The water for checking in. Tuning in with us today. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, as this thing gear up and as the world goes on, you starting to see a lot of things come forth that Commander General Hunter Ben said was going to happen. But we living and seeing through it. And it's time for, you know what I'm saying, the Lord's chosen people to wake up if they're not already aware of what's going on. It's time for us to wake up and get back to our heritage, turn back to our power, the Most High Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Serve our King Yahweh Shai, love one another, and come together. You know what I'm saying? And as the Lord's chosen people, we are obligated to care for one another. It's our duty to love each other. You know what I'm saying? To care about and have compassion. You know what I'm saying? To have mercy on each other. Because nobody else is doing it. Our brothers and sisters went up and did the giveaway for our Gadite brothers and sisters. And that's what I'm talking about with things like that. Who else gonna do that if we don't do it? If you sitting around waiting on the Christian church to do it, you're gonna be waiting forever because they don't care. They're too busy trying to line their pocket up with money. You know what I'm saying? So don't nobody care but us for our people. When I mean us, I'm talking about the brothers and sisters in the ISUPK. Because we the only ones show it and prove it day by day. And when these times get hard and harder than they already is, people are going to rely on the ISUPK. Yeah, they talking smack now and they think we crazy, but then they're going to be looking for them same crazy men that was on the corners telling them they need to change their life. and come out of the world. So we got to know who we are and what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to carry on throughout these last days in this captivity in Esau's kingdom. And you got to think, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, some of us are the only ones in the truth in their cities. So you got to think about it. You're the only one with the truth and the knowledge of the scriptures in your city. What are you going to do with that information? Because as the priest and the officer in the ISUPK, you took an oath to go and get your people and bring them back to the Lord. To love your brothers and your sister as you love yourself. To obey the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Power. When you got that oil on your head, when you got that oil poured on your head, you took oath that you said, yea, as the Lord said, we will do, like our ancestors did in the wilderness, when they got the instructions and the laws and the commandments from Moses that the Lord gave us. Now that the Lord is shaking things up and bringing things forth, what are you going to do? How are you going to help the chosen people? How are you going to bring people out of the world and bring them back to Christ? Bring them back to the Most High. You got to know who the chosen people are. The so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of Negro descent. That's what you got to do. And the chosen people of God got to fight through all this temptation. They got to fight through all these propagandas and all these what I want to say, like the stage that's set up for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is to keep us down. You got to see through the smoke and screens. You know what I mean? You got to see through all of that. You got to understand, like, what your real purpose here is for. And if we don't do that, then we have failed. Because the Christian church have already failed us. The Black leaders, they failed us. Politicians failed us. Some of our parents failed us. Are we going to keep failing? It's time to get right. It's time to get focused. It's time to get serious. It's time to buckle down, and it's time to stand up. Because you see what them purple faggots doing. Excuse my French. Them purple pigs, what they doing. They got a whole adultery scheme going on. If y'all haven't been paying attention. Hey, shalom, Officer Shabar. Yahawadah, Brakatham, Salaki. You see what they doing. And the sisters that are in that organization is coming to us. You know what I'm saying? They coming to us. So we got to be the ones that fight through adversity and fight through everything to make sure things get done the right way. We got to be the one that make sure that we build this kingdom up for our King Yahawadah. Because if we don't, the kingdom gonna happen anyway. We want it to happen faster than what it is. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord giving us time, and Most High in Christ for that. Because some of us wouldn't be able to make it into this truth if the Lord didn't give us mercy and time. So let's take this time to bring somebody else up to serve show somebody else the truth. To reach out to our Gadite brothers and our Benjamin brothers and our Levite and Issachar and Naphtali and Ephraim and Manasseh, you know what I'm saying? Asher, Zebulun, like anywhere you know that the Lord's chosen people are at, it's time to build a bond with them and educate them and let them know like what's going on. Bring them other tribes into the fold. Don't just leave them out. We got to bring them in. They are the Lord's chosen people also. And they also need to know what's important and how they're going to get up out of that hell that they're in. With Trump already talking about mass deportation. You know how many families that's going to break up? You know how many loved ones are going to get sent back to a place where they didn't even grow up at? You know how devastating that move is going to be? So we got to stand up for the other tribe. And we got to bring them in. Because the Lord required that of us. That was Yahawah's mission. That was Peter's mission. That was Paul's mission. We can't do what the Christian church do and damage our people that's already damaged. You know what I'm saying? We gotta tighten up and be the people that our people rely on, that stand up and fight for them. You know what I'm saying? So the first scripture we're going to get, as always, and it's good to be back. I want to say the water to Officer Thawashad for allowing me to teach Tuesday night class. You know what I mean? It's an honor to be able to, speak to my folks, speak to our people, and educate whoever we can, when we can, while we can. Because in a minute, things going to get rough. And y'all can see how things are already going. I know people personally that, you know what I'm saying, they going through it. Like, on the outside looking in, like, it's horrible. And I thank the Most High for allowing me to hear this truth and to come in the straight way. Because Christ said, if anybody come in but the straight way is a thief. So I want to thank the Most High for, you know what I'm saying, allowing me to wake up and see what's up. Because without this school, I don't know where I would be. I'd be somewhere, probably in federal prison somewhere, or at somebody's grave plot with my name across that joint, birthday and end date. You know what I'm saying? So, first scripture we're going to get is Hebrews 5:12, as we always do, to let the people know, you know what I'm saying, that the men in the ISUPK, the Lord is with us. You know what I'm saying? Hebrews 5:12 says, for the time when you ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles and the oracles of God. What y'all see what's going on in the world? This is why this is so important. This scripture is so important because look what you got going on with them, the perfect faggots and stuff like that. They call themselves men of the Lord and teaching the Bible, but they teaching things wrong. They teaching a self-lust, you know what I'm saying, and selfishness. They got them sisters over there thinking that they only want one wife, but operating as, the handmaid's tale, like Commander Juliana say, like, you got a wife. Then here comes this sister that's assigned to you. You're sleeping with the sister, but you're not calling her a wife. Like, you can't make that shit make sense. And they're so-called teachers. They're so-called leaders of their congregation. Nate left the ISUPK because he said there was much polygamy. But look at what they're doing. They're doing worse. They're doing worse out of anything they could ever accuse the ISUPK of. They're turning sisters into adulterers. Much polygamy when they got polygamy relationships going on, where sisters are paying out money to the wives and acting like handmaids over there. Hey, Shalom, Shara. You know what I'm saying? That's what they got going on over there with them purple face. So they need to be taught again. And I don't know if the sisters need to be taught again too, because they should also know that if I had to lay down with this man, he becomes my husband, no matter what he says. And if I get sent away and be given to another man, that's adultery. But they don't believe in polygamy. But they try to teach the Bible, and the Bible say that a man can have more than one wife. Come on. You have need that one teach you again. Read on. And saying, are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. Meaning you got to learn the basic things in this truth. When you start your life over and you got a clean slate. So you got to learn the basic things first. But you got to be taught by a man of the Lord that knows what he's talking about. You know? So that's the whole process of coming into this truth, of learning. You got to ask every question you can possibly think of. That's what I did, even when I thought the questions was dumb. You know what I'm saying? You got to ask every question. You got to read. You got to study to show thyself approved. So nobody can pull that crap on you like they doing over there to them sisters in IUIC. None of that would never go on in here. And look at what they create. Now think about this. Like, we're people that's already been broken and damaged. You found something that is going to lead you back to the truth. But in this organization that you're in, it's doing things that you don't consider right, but you don't know enough to not say like, well, damn, is this right? Am I wrong? And the women are stuck in that position because they didn't learn up under men of the Lord. Men that was ordained to teach and break down these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? They was taught by a man with his own lusts and desires and demons and aliens and skeletons in his closet. And that shit is coming out full force. It's been coming out. But now you're starting to see that the Lord is going to take that place down. And wait, what's going to happen to all them people over there? Are they just going to give up on their faith? Are they just going to stop, you know what I'm saying, doing? Because they're not in the truth. Are they going to come to the home of the truth and learn the correct way? Well, if they do, this is what they got to do first. First, they got to be taught and let somebody teach them again. Then they got to become humble and become babes to receive all the information that they get. They got to humble down, shut their mouth, and learn. While they're learning, they need to ask questions. But while they're being taught, they need to learn how to listen. Because listening is art, like Captain Cesario said. And most people can't do it. And they don't even know that they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go through the scriptures and identify the Lord's chosen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very important to know who the Lord's chosen is. Christianity like to tell you that everybody is the Lord's chosen people. When the Lord said he only have one chosen people. Way back when. And we're going to go through some precepts to help brothers and sisters understand, you know what I'm saying, your identity in the Bible. Because if it's not being taught by the ISUPK, our people think our identity started with slavery. Like there was a people that came on the scene, and when they came on the scene, they were slaves. And these people had to do something that the Lord wanted them to be slaves forever. And that ain't even true. Just a condition of punishment that we're going through because we turned our back on the Most High. But our salvation is near. And the salvation ain't for everybody. It's only for the Lord's chosen people. The Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who are the true Jews of the Bible, who are the real Israelites. So we're going to go way back. Genesis 25 and 25. We're going to start at Genesis 25 and 19. The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 19. Okay. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old. Now we know that Abraham had a son named Ishmael, but we know that Ishmael wasn't chosen by the Lord. If you go back and read, you know what I'm saying? Ishmael was the son of his wife's slave, because she thought that she couldn't have no more kids. So what she did was she gave Abraham her handmaid. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord gave Sarah a child who was Isaac. So Ishmael was never chosen. The Lord sent him and his mom away and kept Isaac so Isaac can get the blessings and the inheritance. You know what I'm saying? Just a little pre-backdrop. So, and it says, verse 20, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethel, the Syrian, of Padan Aram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. And Isaac entreated for his wife because she was barren. The same thing that happened to Sarah. He asked the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Like, my wife is without child. I have nobody else to pass my inheritance on. Can you bless me with a son? Or can you bless me with children? Preferably a son, because that's who the inheritance go to. And the Lord was entreated of him. The Lord heard him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. There's the blessing. And the children struggled within her. Notice it said children. So it didn't say child. It said children, meaning there was more than one. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she was saying, if this be a blessing of the Lord, why is this going on? Why am I in such pain? You sisters know what it is when y'all having pain when y'all pregnant or y'all with a child. You know how y'all stomach hurting sometimes and you can barely walk. My rib going through that right now. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? She just like Rebecca right now. You know what I'm saying? We got twins on the way. You know what I mean? And she was like, why is this happening? Like, if this is of the Lord, why is this happening? Like, why am I in such pain? But earlier in the verse, it said the children struggled, you know what I'm saying? They struggled within her, meaning like they going, they having at it. You know what I'm saying? And she went to inquire of the Lord. So she went and asked the Lord, like, what's going on here? Like, what's happening? Why is this going on? And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb. Two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So right now, the Lord is already choosing and telling her what's going to go on. You know what I'm saying? She's saying there's two different nations of people in your womb. They totally different. So like, one second. So like, yeah. And the Lord is telling her and describing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And she said they should be separated. And the one is going to be stronger than the other. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are stronger than most of the people on the earth. You know what I'm saying? And the elders shall serve the younger. So remember that. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, man, it's time for her to have birth, to give birth, 9 months. Behold, there were twins in her womb. We knew there was two babies. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. So Esau came out first. And we all know, according to the scriptures, that Esau is the progenitor of the white race. So he came out first and they describe him. And they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out. And his hand took hold of on Esau's heel. And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years when she bare them. Now, if you notice the difference between them describing Esau and Jacob, they describe Esau to the T. Why didn't they describe Jacob? Why didn't they say what Jacob looked like? If anybody know. You know what I'm saying? They didn't describe Jacob because Jacob came out regular. He came out normal. He came out dark. Came out like his father, Isaac. But Esau came out different. That's why they had to make sure that they separated the two. That they describe that these babies are different in every way. And the Lord made sure that you knew that. You know what I'm saying? And it says, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwell in tents. Yeah, I'll see Esau out there doing all that crazy shit, mountain climbing, jumping out of planes, swimming with sharks, and doing all that hunting and all that stuff. They love to hunt. We like to chill, kick back, have a good time. That's what we like to do. We ain't with all that crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? That shows you the difference between us already. And and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob, and Jacob sought porridge. And Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. Red all over. You know what I'm saying? And Esau was finna eat this meat in this soup that wasn't cooked all the way. It was still red, just like how they eat their steaks with the blood running. You know, that's against the law. And as you go on, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Esau gave up his birthright and gave it to Jacob for that food because he didn't care about it. And as the Lord said already that he was going to choose Jacob. So this all played it. We know the story, you know, how the Lord, how Isaac went, he was blind and couldn't really see. And the Lord told Rebekah to make sure that Jacob got the blessings and the inheritance. You know what I'm saying? So that's another part where our chosen identity has started because, as you know, Jacob went on to have 12 sons. His 12 sons fathered the nation of Israel. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, Yasha'Allah in the Hebrew, and we are the Lord's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go to Deuteronomy 27. Deuteronomy 27. 27 and let's go to 1. Shalom, Sister Yakala. Yakala. Hope I didn't butcher your name. You know what I'm saying? No, not 27. I'm going to select it. You're going to go to 28 and 28. No, it is 27. Select it. Okay, yeah. 28 and 1. And it says, and it shall come to pass that thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to obey and to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Right there, the Lord is choosing the nation of Israel. This is when we came out of the wilderness, and the Lord gave us the commandments, all 613 of them, gave them all. And Moses is reiterating how important it is for us to keep these commandments and the blessings that we're going to have and that we're going to obtain if we do. And it says, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Meaning, if we listen to the Lord and we follow these commandments, we're gonna be blessed upon blessed. Like the Lord is we're gonna have everything that we need, plus more, if we do what's right. You know what I'm saying? And it said, blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field. Blessed shall the fruit of thy body. So blessed shall be the fruit of thy body. I mean, we're gonna have kids. We're gonna be blessed in childbirth, and bless the fruit of the ground, even when we grow our gardens and stuff. And bless the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy cane, and the flocks of thy sheep. Like, we're gonna be blessed. You know what I'm saying? And that's a part of being the Lord's chosen. You know what I'm saying? Uh, verse 5. Blessed shall thy basket and thy store. Blessed shall thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shall thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways. Now tell me that ain't a blessing. The Lord said our enemies going to try to come up against us, but they're going to be scattered because we're going to be blessed, because this is one of the things that the chosen people of the Lord must do, is serve the Most High. And how do we serve the Most High? By following his laws, statutes, and commandments. Plain and simple. Verse 9. And the Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he saith, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. Look at that. Ain't that being chosen? Isn't that like what we should be going through? But we're not going through that right now. You want to know why? Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. This is what happened to the Lord's chosen people. We did not listen. You know what I'm saying? Started celebrating Christmas, start following these religious folks. We was taught Christianity. We would start celebrating these pagan holidays, and we turned our back on the Lord. Know what I mean? And one of the in that same sentence where the Lord said our enemy is going to rise up against us, look what happened. Verse 25, the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies, that thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and thou shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. That's what happened to the Lord's chosen people. We disobeyed the Most High. Whenever there was an issue with other nations, we tried to go fight, and they overtook us, because the Lord wasn't on our side, because we disobeyed him. And Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have been sold into slavery throughout the 4 corners of the earth for disobeying the Lord. That's how you know who the chosen people are. You can just look at the conditions that they're in. Look at the conditions of our Gadite brothers up there, and all that snow and all that cold. And Commander Junior Honda said some of them didn't even have shoes. Now that might be hard for you to fathom. That might be hard for you to see. But I see people around here, and I'm in Florida, I'm in Orlando, and they don't have shoes. And it be hot. Just imagine somebody in the cold with no shoes. Let's continue on. Verse 28. Now let's go to verse what that is. Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. Our children are given away in foster care. They're being abducted. Even in slavery days, when we were enslaved, they would take the children from slaves and sell them off. And there was nothing we could do because we was under a vicious oppressor that capitalized on us being separated from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And that's just horrible. We reading the identity of the chosen people of the Lord. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the only people that go through this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And therefore thou shalt let's read verse 46. And it says, and they shall be a sign, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Meaning, this is how you're going to know who the children of the Lord is, who are the chosen, because these type of curses, they're going to be a sign that point out who are the chosen people of the Lord, who are the real Israelites, who are the real Jews according to the Bible. Only these curses in the latter days are going to be able to identify who the chosen people are. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're going to be able to identify who they are and what happened to them by these curses. The Lord said they're going to be upon thee for a sign and upon you and your seed. Are we not descendants of the slaves and we're still going through the same thing? Look at what happened to the brother on the train that got choked out by Esau, by the oppressor, and he got acquitted. The scriptures say that we're going to go out against them one way and flee 7 ways. You know what I'm saying? Like every time an oppressor kills or unalive Israelite or a Black, Hispanic, Native American, they get glorified in this place. No justice ever happens. We don't get justice hardly. Things get swept up under the rug. It's been so common for years that it doesn't even raise the eyebrow to some folks. Some people don't even know what's going on or things that happen. Thank the Lord for the internet. Internet could be good and bad, because if it wasn't for the internet, we wouldn't see things that are happening across the world to our people. We wouldn't know. Things to be isolated. You know what I'm saying? Therefore shall thou serve thy, verse 48. Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. That's a curse. And if you can look up on your own time a yoke of iron, you're going to see that on a so-called black man. You're going to see that, because that was prophesied of what was going to happen to the children of Israel if they did not obey the Lord. Let's get another. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, but the way whereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. The Lord said we're going to go into Egypt again with ships. Now we know that Egypt means bondage. Hey, Shalom Bayina. Egypt means bondage. So the Lord said, this time you're going to go back into slavery and bondage. But this time you're going to go in ships. And the land that you see, you ain't going to see it no more. You're never going to come back to this place. Now we know that the children of Israel walked out of Egypt. They didn't need ships to come out of there. So if the Lord's talking about sending us back to Egypt, we would have just been walked right back in there. But he wasn't talking about Egypt. He was talking about slavery. He was talking about bondage. He said the Lord's chosen people are going to go back into bondage because they disobeyed me. They did not follow me. They're going to go into bondage in ships this time. He said he's going to send a nation of fierce countenance against you. You know what I'm saying? That thou shalt see it no more. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, a slave man, and bondwomen, a slave woman. And no man shall buy you. When you say no man shall buy you, mean nobody's going to save you out of that condition. Know what I'm saying? They say you're going to be sold to your enemies. Who was sold on the auction blocks? It wasn't just blacks. It wasn't just so-called African Americans. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't so-called Haitians. It wasn't just so-called Jamaicans in West Indies. Our Native American brothers were sold too. They went into captivity first, the transatlantic slave trade. It happened with them first with Christopher Columbus. So that lets you know if you go through history and it'll tell you that the Native Americans was in captivity with the Spaniards and the Portuguese years before the transatlantic slave trade. But the Lord said this is going to happen to the chosen people of God, the children of Israel. Nobody else fit this description. Who else went on slaves and ships? Not those fake Jews over there. They went on train and they didn't go to slavery. They didn't have to go in bondage and do hard laborious work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had to do, they was in concentration camps, but they went through nothing like what we went through at all. They didn't go through none of that. Only blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans did. You know what I'm saying? And that's a part of our identity that we are the chosen people of the Lord, because the chosen people of the Lord did go through slavery as it was prophesied from Moses to the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Deuteronomy 4 and 7. Okay, Deuteronomy 4 and 7. We're going to start at 4 and 4. And it says, but ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. Moses is telling the people that these laws, statutes, and commandments the Lord gave you, they're only for you. And wherever you at, you got to make sure that you do them and obey them. It don't even matter where you at. You better make sure that you're following the Lord's statutes and commandments. And therefore, it's like, and therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this is this great nation is a wise and understanding people. The Lord gave us these commandments and showed us how to do it, that we will be a light unto the world, that every nation we're going to look to us for everything. We're going to show the world how to be, because we the only ones on earth had this connection with the Most High. We're the only one on earth that had the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else had that. We're the only chosen people. Nobody else had that. Only the Lord chose Israel to give it to. Verse 7. For what nation is there so great? The scripture says that we're going to be great. Back in Deuteronomy 28, it said that we were going to be above everybody. You know what I'm saying? Salaki, 1 second. The Lord said we're going to be a great people. Like nobody's going to be like us. For what nation is there so great, who have God so nigh unto them? Meaning that the Lord, that the law, statutes, and commandments let us have a connection with the Most High. We're the only people on earth with a connection with the Most High God, the one and true living God. You know what I'm saying? We're the only people on earth with that. You know what I'm saying? And it says, with who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for. And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thine heart all the day of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. Meaning, Moses was telling us, don't forget what you seen, what the Most High did in Egypt, how he brought you out of that captivity, how he killed the firstborn of Pharaoh, how he drowned the Pharaoh and his army in that water. Don't you forget those things, because when you remember those things, you're going to remember the Lord. But if you forget them, then you're gonna forget the Most High. And he said, teach your sons and your sons' sons this. Like, tell this from generation to generation to generation, what the Lord did for the children of Israel. And that's what's going to happen to us today. In this time, when the Lord take us out of this captivity, it's going to be the same way he did out of Egypt. But this time we're going on them chariots. We ain't walking. You know what I mean? And he only did this for the Lord's chosen people. Let's get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Deuteronomy 7 and 6 says, but thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord chose blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to be his people and nobody else. So it don't even matter what your Christian pastors say. It don't matter what those Catholic priests say. It don't matter what the Muslims, Buddha, Shiva, the Rastas or nobody else say. The Lord chose blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to be his people. Says it right here in the scriptures. And he chose them to be above everybody that's on the face of the earth. Meaning our position was supposed to be up high, not where we're at right now. Because we turned our back on the Lord. But the Lord is gonna be with us because he chose us, and we're gonna get on it. Let's get verse 32 and 9. Same book. And we're gonna go throughout this joint. Let's see. Let's start at verse 7. Deuteronomy 32 and 7 says, remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. Meaning, like the Lord said, remember the days of old. It's just like when you go ask your grandpa and your granddad or your grandma about her past or about the things in the family did or about, you know what I'm saying, old generations and where our family come from and this and that. The Bible is telling us to do the same thing, but do it like asking the elders like about the Most High, because our elders was in slavery, but some of them knew. Some of them remembered, you know what I'm saying, that they was Israel, like Harriet Tubman, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of other people remember that who they were before they came into captivity. That's why they call her Moses, because she helped free some of the people. You know what I mean? And some they call them old Negro spirituals, but some of the slave songs was talking about them remembering Israel and remembering the Lord. Swing low, sweet chariot, and all that. You know what I'm saying? The chariots they talking about is the same chariots that we're gonna get saved in. So they know when the Bible said, remember the days of old. Ask thy elders. You know what I'm saying? Verse 8. When the Most High divided the nations, there you go. Their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. The Lord is telling you who his chosen is. Jacob, which is Israel, which are the 12 tribes. They are the portions of the Lord inheritance. And we're supposed to inherit the earth. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord has always chosen blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We just lost our way when we came into captivity because it was a part of our punishment. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Shalom, Shabbat.
Hey, shalom, other one. Yabashim Yasha, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on with you, Warren? How you doing?
And I'm too wild, other one. How about you?
Yeah, I'm too wild. I'm too wild. We're just getting it in right now. Talking about the Lord's chosen people.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We in
Come on,
Deuteronomy.
so.
We in Deuteronomy 32 and 9, but we about to move on to Amos 3 and 1.
Come on.
Are you
You want
able
me
to
to
read?
jump straight to Amos?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so. All right, let me jump straight to Amos. You said Amos 1 and 3 or 9 and 3?
Amos 3 and 1. My bad.
It's like it. 3 and 1. Come. I got it, so just let me know when I'm ready.
Yeah, you can start at verse 1.
Come. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O house of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying.
Right. The Lord
Verse
is
2.
saying, hear this, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Y'all the only people that I saved out of a land of bondage. I didn't come up against no other people. I didn't come to save no other people. I only came for you. So this message is for you, my chosen people. Hear this, O house of Israel, meaning Israel, 12 sons and his descendants, the 12 tribes of Israel. The Lord is saying this to you. He wants you to hear this. Go ahead.
Come. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
The Lord is saying,
therefore,
hold on, one second. The Lord is saying he chose you out of everybody on the earth, out of all the nations that he separated. He only chose Israel. He didn't choose nobody else. And the Lord is the same today, yesterday, and forever. He didn't stop choosing you. Yeah, he stopped dealing with us for a while because we committed adultery against him. We started serving other gods. But the Lord is telling you that he chose you. So go ahead.
Come. Therefore will I punish you for all your iniquities.
The Lord is saying he's going to punish the children of Israel for trespassing against him. He don't care about nobody else. Only when it comes to the children of Israel is when he get involved. So for us not listening to him like a father should and would, he's going to punish his child like you would do with your children. If you got a call from the school or if you got a call from the 7-Eleven or something like that, and they found your kids and a whole bunch of other little kids stealing or something. You can't go up there whooping everybody else's kids because they ain't your kid.
Right.
But you can lay hold of your child. You can punish your child for whatever his participation in that was. You can punish him for that, for any and everything. You can't punish nobody else. So that is what the Lord is saying to us. I don't know these other nations. I don't care about these other nations. You know what I'm saying? I care about Israel. Y'all are my inheritance. Y'all are my chosen people. So I'm going to deal with y'all according to how I want to deal with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Shalom. Y'all from Yahawadah. Shalom, True.
Shalom. Yahawadah Shabrakatha.
You know what I'm saying? We in Amos 3 and 2. Talking about the Lord's chosen. Water for jumping on.
No
So the
sweat,
Lord
no
said he's
sweat.
gonna punish just the children of Israel. But now the other nations are gonna get punished for what they did to us. But for what the children of Israel is doing, he gonna punish us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, and if y'all got any you know what I'm saying, thing y'all want to bring out, you know what I'm saying, y'all can. You know what I mean? But we just
Come on,
identifying
counsel.
situations in scriptures that's telling us that the Lord chose Israel. We are the Lord's chosen people. Even though other nations might say we not nothing, the Lord said we are his. And he only known us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So drop that. Can somebody get me Jeremiah 10 and 16? And somebody get me Jeremiah 31 and 31?
I'll get 10 and 16.
Whenever you got it, you can read 10 and 16 first.
You want 10 and 16 first?
Okay.
Come on, come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 16. The portion of Jacob is not like them.
The portion of Jacob is not like them. What is this saying?
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like he's special. Like he's not like the rest. The portion of Jacob is like the nation of Israel is special. We are not like them. We are not like these heathens.
Mm-hmm. What about you,
Right.
Kaya? Oh, you just like my bad. Go ahead. No, go ahead, Officer Yeshaya. I
No,
didn't mean to cut you off.
I finished it up there. I don't want to slack it.
Go ahead, Trooper Kaya. What you think this mean?
Slovakia, sir. Shit, we're special. We're the salt of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got the law.
Right. Both of y'all are right. And it's saying like the portion of Jacob, like the children of Israel, that particular nation is chosen. We not like nobody else. We're different in every way, in every category. We're different. We are not the same. Keep reading, Officer Yeshai.
Come on, sir. For he is the former of all things,
Mm-hmm.
and, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance.
It's saying
The Lord of
he is the
Slack.
former of all things, meaning he's the blueprint. And
Slack,
where,
if I could.
yeah, go ahead, Wade.
When it says the former, can you also say? Can you also? Is that like he formed? Like you would say, he formed the earth. He formed the stars and the. It's like, is that the form that we're using there?
It's kind of like saying, it's kind of like saying, how to put it? Like, just like how the Lord chose Adam.
Come on.
Adam was, you know what I'm saying? The Lord chose
Formed
him.
from the dust.
Right. He was formed from the dust.
Come on.
Meaning he was at a lower state when the Lord chose him and made
Come
him
on.
king over everything. The same thing about Jacob. The Lord chose Jacob to be and his descendants to be over everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. He's the former of all time. Like he always been chosen,
Right.
coming from from the line of Adam. Keep reading.
Come. The Lord of hosts is his name.
I mean, yeah, like the Lord chose us from way back when. We were supposed to inherit the earth, and the Lord is going to keep His promise. Uh, could you read what you're holding? Truth. Y'all, you holding something for me, or you didn't? You didn't get it?
Salakia, sir. That was also Jeremiah 10.
No, Jeremiah 31 and 31.
Oh, Salakia. I got it.
And
Sir.
Yeshaya, could you get Jeremiah 32 and 38?
Come.
All right, Jeremiah 31, verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
With the houses of who?
Israel and the house of Judah.
Then it says everybody.
La'ah, sir.
It says who again?
The house of Israel, the house of Judah.
Meaning the 12 sons of Israel. This is during the time that the kingdom split. Till the southern kingdom was called Judah, and the northern kingdom was called Israel. But that same covenant that he made with the children of Israel coming out of Egypt, he's going to make a new covenant with them same people. That's why it only said Judah and Israel. It didn't say with all nations and all descendants of the earth. It only said them.
Right.
Because they were one, then it turned into two. But then, you know what I'm saying? Keep reading. Keep reading for me, Wade.
Sir. Jeremiah 31, verse 32. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the days that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt.
Right. It's saying like the same deal that I made with their fathers, I'm gonna make it with the sons. But this deal gonna be a little different because they ain't obey that first one. They ain't keep their end of the bargain. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Sir. Which my covenant they break.
There you go. They broke my covenant. Mm-hmm.
Also, I was an husband unto them.
Meaning the Lord chose us to be his wife, the children of Israel. It's in that kind of form. In that kind of like you know what I'm saying? What's the word for it?
Metaphor.
Metaphor, right. Like we committed adultery against the Lord and we're supposed to die for it. Yeah, that's a part of the law. We're supposed to be stoned for it. Because he was faithful to us, but we wasn't faithful to him, just like Remy Ma and Papoose. He was faithful to that woman, and when that woman came out, she committed adultery. Keep reading.
Although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 33. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people.
And they shall be who?
They shall be my people.
The Lord said he's going to write these laws in your mind, in your spirit, and we're going to do them. And he's going to be our God, and and we're going to be his people. He's not choosing nobody else. He's still choosing the same people he chose from the beginning. The same covenant and thing he made with Abraham, the same promise he made with Abraham, that his descendants was going to be his people and take over the earth and rule the earth. He's keeping that promise to the same people. It never changes at all. No matter what your Christian pastors tell you,
Right.
no matter what you believe, the Lord's promise and his covenant with Israel is to stand forever. Even when we fell off and start doing otherwise, he still upholds it. Now, he did cut us off at one point, but guess what? He redeemed us back through our King Yahawadah, because we was tarnishing his name. The Lord put his stamp on us. And what we was doing? Celebrating pagan holidays, idol worshiping, committing adultery, murder, stealing, and lying. We was doing everything against the Most High. So the Most High come have his name on that. That's just like you standing and vouching for something that is totally off and totally against what your character is and who you are. You're going to separate yourself from that shit, right?
Right.
That's what the Lord did to us. He wasn't finna have the other nations making a mockery of him. They're like, oh, y'all supposed to be the chosen people, but look what y'all doing. And that's what happened. But through our King Yahawadah, we were able to come back to the Lord and to be called his people again. His chosen one. Let me get 32 and 38, if whoever got it.
32 and 38, same book.
Right.
I got it, sir.
Give me 37.
Chaanak. Jeremiah 32, verse 37. Behold, I will gather them out of all countries.
Because we were scattered through all four corners of the earth. Lord said he's going to gather his people. Go ahead.
Chaanak, sir. Whether I have driven them, in mine anger, and in my fury.
Because the Lord was upset with us, he sent us into captivity. Because we disobeyed him and we angered him. He was displeased with us. But it says he's going to gather us back together from every place that he drove us in his anger. When he was mad at us and he let whatever happened to us happen, he says he's going to gather us back. Go ahead.
Chaanak, sir, and in great wrath, and I will bring them again unto this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely.
When we get back in our land that they fighting over right now, that's called by him, when we get back to our land, we're going to be safe there. Ain't going to be nobody there to mess with us. They ain't going to be able to take us out of our land no more or rise up against us. We're going to be safe. For the first time in our life, we're going to have our own place, our own land, our own country to call our own, and we're going to be safe. We ain't going to have to worry about no other nations. Keep reading.
Chaanak, sir. Jeremiah 32, verse 38. And they shall be my people.
They shall be who people?
My people.
Everybody's people.
My people.
No, we're going to be the Chinese people.
My people.
The African people.
My people.
Buddha's people.
My people.
Shiva's people.
My people.
The Lord said we're going to be his people. Nobody else's. The Lord chose us to be his people. And he said we're going to be his people.
And I will be their God.
And he will be whose God?
Their God.
The Lord said he's going to be your God. No, not Buddha. Not Haile Selassie. You know what I'm saying? Not Shiva.
Right.
Not Allah. The Most High Power, Yahweh, is going to be our God, our power. Nobody else. And we're going to be his people and nobody else's. Give me Jeremiah 14:1.
Khan, sir.
I mean Isaiah 14:1. Salaki.
Khan. Isaiah 14, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning
This
Judah.
Isaiah 14:1.
Isaiah 14:1, Salakia, sir.
Yeah, that's what warrior.
Isaiah 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob,
Mm-hmm.
and will yet choose Israel.
For the Lord will have mercy on the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the so-called African Americans and Levites and Benjamin and Jamaicans and Haitians and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Cubans and Gadites, North American Indians and Reubenites, Rabarawan, the Seminole Indians, and Issachar, the Mexicans. He's going to have mercy on all these people. Keep reading.
Khan, sir, and set them in their own land.
And set us in our own land. Where's our land? Israel. He's going to set us back in our own land. This is not going to be nobody else's land. This is not going to be the land that we built up as slaves and we don't even get to dwell on this land safely. This is going to be our own land that the Lord promised us. Go ahead.
Khan, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
Who are the strangers?
Salakia, or other nations, heathen.
Correct. Everybody that's not Israelites, not from the 12 tribes of Israel, are considered strangers and heathens in other nations. And he said they're going to be joined with us. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
They're going to be right up under us.
Cleave to the house of Jacob.
They're going to be right up under us.
Cleave to the house of Jacob.
They're going to be cleaving to the house of Jacob, meaning we're going to be they're going to be dependent on us for everything. They're like a baby cleave onto his mother and need him for everything and can't survive. That's how they're going to be. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
And we're going to take these people and bring them. When you take something, you take it by, that's forceful. The Lord said he's going to have mercy on the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But the other people, his chosen people are going to take them. Go ahead.
Khan, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Whoa. The Lord says he's going to first have mercy on the children of Israel. Then he said he's going to put them in their own land. And when he put them in their own land, the other nations, the strangers, the other people are going to be right there with them, but they're going to take them and possess them. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be what again?
They're going to be servants and handmaids.
They're going to be slaves and slaves.
Right.
Men going to be the slaves and their women going to be handmaids, just like our women was to them. That sounds like justice. That sounds like captivity. That sounds like, to me, the nation of Israel are going to have some slaves. Just like the other nation had us in slavery, we're going to have them in slavery.
Right.
Keep reading.
Chaanak, sir. And they shall take them captive, whose captive they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors.
Over their who?
Oppressors.
Over their friends.
Oppressors.
Over their loved ones.
Oppressors.
Over the people that they think are equal to them.
Goddamn oppressors. Lucky.
The Lord says that they're going to take them whose captives. They're going to take them captives whose captives they were. Who went into who was in captivity? That then they can become the captors. Who went into captivity? I'll tell you if nobody else don't know.
Salagi, sir.
Go ahead.
We went into captivity.
And who is we?
Black Hispanics and Native Indians.
You damn right. I was trying to trip y'all up. I was going to see if y'all going to say black people. You know what I'm saying? And that would be just totally unfair to our Native brothers. Because they went into captivity first. They was captives too. And the Lord said, you're gonna be captors. You're gonna take in captivity the people who took y'all in captivity. You're gonna take the people who put y'all in captivity, and you're gonna rule over your oppressors. That's what the Lord is saying to what's going to happen in his chosen people, to his chosen people. Yeah, we was going through it, but the Lord said he going to have mercy on us. I mean, he going to reverse the roles. He's seeing what's happening to us. He's seeing what happened to that brother on that train station. He's seeing what happened to Floyd. Is that his name?
Okay.
He's seeing what happened to everybody else. And he gonna have mercy, and they're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay with their lives.
Right.
Slug, sir.
Go ahead.
If I could, Christ did say he was gonna see them that pierced him, and that was like over 2,000 years ago. So
Yeah,
even for the nigga that pierced him, he's gonna see them.
Christ ain't forgot. Can somebody get this precept? I don't know if y'all can find it. Well, I know y'all can find the shit. Y'all, where he says, "Who is this coming from?"
Bozrah.
Yeah. Give me that precept right there.
Oh, man. The one that says with his
Con.
he's cloaked up in
Right, yeah, that's
that
it.
one.
Yeah. Just go along with what you're saying. Read it aloud when you have it. Because that's why it says the vengeance is the Lord. And we're going to pay them back for everything they did since slavery all the way up to now.
It's lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
Is that Isaiah 63:1?
63.
What it say?
Who is that cometh from Edom with dye garments from Bozrah? I'm not sure if that's the one.
Yeah, that's it. You say Isaiah 63:1. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead and read it from the top. Whoever got it.
Sir. Isaiah 63 verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this that cometh from Edom
Who is this that coming from Edom? It's asking you. Isaiah is saying he's seeing the same thing what Officer Yeshai is saying. He's seeing it. Oh yeah, I'm going to get y'all back for what y'all did to my folks. But a nigga that pissed me, I got something for you. So Isaiah seeing this. Said, who is that coming from Edom? Uh-huh.
Colonel Cancer with dye garments from Basra.
Uh-huh.
This that is glorious in his apparel.
Who is that is coming looking all mighty and strong and glorious? Who is this? Keep reading.
Colonel Khan, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Mm-hmm.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
He's answering. He said, I that speak righteousness and mighty to save. I'm the only one that can save my people. I'm the only one that can swing this sword of justice.
Right.
Because I'm righteous enough that the Most High said I can. I'm the only one that can do it. Keep reading.
Colonel Khan, verse 2. Isaiah 63, verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garment like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
He had so much blood and guts and gore all over his garment that the best way to describe it from Isaiah, like you've been pressing and stepping in wine. Like you've been in a wine press just stopping going crazy. That's how much slaughter our King Yahawadah had done when he seen this vision. Keep reading.
Colonel Cancer, Isaiah 63, verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For
the Lord said, I did all this by myself. I went over there and stood on business, and nobody was there with me. Go ahead.
Right.
Colonel Cancer, for I will tread them in mine anger.
I'm going to smash on these motherfuckers because I'm just that damn mad. I'm about to go spin the bin. I'm about to pull up. And nobody coming with me. I'm finna do this by my own. Keep reading.
Colonel Khan, and trample them in my fury.
Right.
And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments.
Mm-hmm.
And I will stain all my remnants.
The Lord is telling you what that look like wine press. Then their blood gonna be on my garment. Keep going though.
Colonel Cancer, verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart.
The day of vengeance, the day of my get back, it's in my mind. I'm thinking about it. I'm getting to it. I'm handling up. I'm standing on business, 10 toes down. I ain't forget all that shit that they did to my people and what they did to me.
Right.
I'm acting on it right now. Go ahead.
Colonel Cancer, and the year of my redeemed is come.
Our salvation coming when Christ came. The year of my get back is come. The Lord let me loose. He said I can get them back for what they did. He let me loose. He let me out the gate.
Right.
And I'm going to handle up in there. I don't need nobody to come with me. I got this. I got this. I got this. Y'all just chill. Y'all hold back. Let me go up there and handle business real quick. Keep going.
Colonel Cancer, verse 5. And I looked, and there was none to help.
I ain't need no help. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, and I wondered that there was none to uphold.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury, it upheld me.
The Lord is telling you. Same thing Officer Yeshai said. I'm remember you. You and all your people. And my own hand. I did this with my own hand. My own hand gave me justice and vengeance. For everybody that did me wrong and did my people wrong. I got y'all. That's what this is saying. You know what I'm saying? So now, were we done with Isaiah 14:1?
I think we had, what was that, 2?
We was at verse what?
Verse 2 was the last one we read.
Isaiah 14 verse 2 was the last one we read?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. We could drop that right there. Let me get 2nd Ezra 6:54.
2nd Ezra 6:54.
I got it.
Go
Got
ahead.
it, Isaiah?
Come, sir. I got it. Okay.
Come on, sir.
6:54, right?
Come.
You know it.
Come. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
Remember you asked about the former thing?
Come.
It's telling you right here. Lord's chosen all of the Lord's chosen come from Adam. Everybody in the world come from Adam, even the ones that's not chosen. But his chosen come from Adam. Go ahead.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Whom thou hast what?
Whom thou hast chosen.
That's telling you that the Lord chose Adam and his people. The Lord had a chosen people back then. He chose them. Keep going.
Come, verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
For whose sake?
For our sakes.
The Lord has chosen a people and he made the world for those people. This world is supposed to be ours from corner to corner. He made it for us to rule over everything and everybody. That's what it said. After these, Adam also, whom thou hast made Lord of all thy creatures. We supposed to have been ruling ever since then. Because the Lord chose us. It said that. He chose us. And he made the world for our sake. Meaning he has a special people that he chose to rule this earth. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have he chosen. The Lord's chosen people. Go ahead.
Come. Slakia. Verse 56.
Mm-hmm.
As for the other people,
As for
which
who?
also, as for the other people,
As for the oppressor,
as for the other people,
the Chinese,
as for the other people,
Japanese,
as for the other people,
Africans,
as for the other people,
all white folks.
as for the other people,
As for the other people who are not the chosen, who are not Black, Hispanic, and Native American, go ahead.
which also come from Adam,
Yeah, they came from Adam too. Just like Ishmael came from Abraham too. But he wasn't chosen. He didn't get chose. The Lord didn't put his name on him. He sent him away. This is the same reiteration. He's saying that for the other people that came from Adam too. Yeah, they was made by Adam, but they weren't chosen. Go ahead.
thou hast said that they are nothing.
No, they special.
They are nothing.
Now, they are to him.
They are nothing.
The Lord said that they are nothing. Just like in the scripture said, only you have I known out of all the families of the earth. The scripture says they are nothing to the Most High. As for the other people, we named all the other people. Every non-Israelite, every non-Black, Hispanic, and Native American, they are the other people. The Lord said they are nothing. So why do you consider them to be above you when you're supposed to be above them? Why you consider the oppressor to be the smartest man when he's the dumbest person on earth?
Right.
Why you consider the Chinese and the Japanese customs better than y'all's when they stole y'all customs? Were they damn copied y'all custom and y'all heritage and took a little bit and tweaked it and call it their own? Where the white man, the so-called white man, has no culture. He ain't got no culture. But he take on everybody else's culture. Trying to be the vagabond. The Lord said the other people are nothing. They're nothing to him. Compared to the children of Israel, these people are nothing. And we must remember that. Even in our captivity, we must know that your oppressor is nothing. Look at what he said about our Ephraimite brothers and sisters about the land of Puerto Rico. A floating island of trash. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
That's what he said. When they are nothing, they don't even got no. They came from caves. So you got to remember, the Lord called you special. He called them nothing. Always remember that. Keep reading.
Come. But be like unto spittle,
Like be like unto spittle,
and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
there you have it. The lowest of the low, the scum. They are nothing. You can drop that. Let me get Romans 9:13. And True, can you get Matthew 1:21? That'll be the last one.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written,
As it is written in before time, back in Genesis 25:25, when the Lord made it clear who he loved and who he wanted, who he chosen. Go ahead.
Jacob have I loved,
Jacob have I loved. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have I loved. Niggas, Spicks, Wetbacks, Haitians, Jamaicans, Mexicans, Indians, El Salvadorians, Venezuelan, Colombians, everybody. Jacob have I loved.
but Esau have I hated.
The so-called white man, Japanese man, Korean man, all of them, the Russians, England, Spaniards, Portuguese, all of them have he what?
Have I hated.
No, the Lord loves everybody.
Have I hated.
The Lord said, I hated Esau and all his descendants. I love Jacob, but I hate him. I hate the oppressor, the so-called white man. and all his descendants. I love Jacob and the 12 tribes of Israel, but I hate them. That's what it's saying. So that means the Lord chose the people to love, did he not? Or am I wrong? Right or wrong?
Right.
Right. He's telling you right now, if you love somebody, you chose them, you chose to love them. I mean, that's a choice. You hate somebody, you choose to hate them. You don't deal with them. You don't have no kind of compassion towards them or mercy or any of that. You hate them. You don't want to deal with them. They are nothing to you. Like in the scriptures we read earlier. That's just point blank. We went from the Old Testament to the New Testament. Let me get the home run, Matthew 1:21.
Colonel Khan, sir. Matthew 1, verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son.
Who is this talking about?
Salakia.
Salakia, sir.
Who said Salakia first?
Yeshaya.
Salakia, sir. It's speaking about Christ.
Right. Talking about Mary, Christ's mother.
Right.
Saying she gonna bring forth a son because she got married to Joseph. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. And thou shalt call his name Jesus.
And they shall call his name Yahawadah, he that saves. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. For he shall save his people.
He shall save who?
His people.
White people.
His people.
African people.
His people.
Chinese people.
His people.
What you call them? Arab.
His people.
He's gonna save blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay.
From their sins.
From their sins. Christ was sent only to save his people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Nobody else. Good luck. The youth them. But like I said, Christ was sent back for the Lord's chosen people to bring us back to the Most High. The Lord's chosen. He wasn't sent for nobody else. It tell you right here, if it was said.
Right.
But it don't. So that's not what it's for. Remember, the scripture says, remember the times of old. Consider the old days. Remember the law, statutes, and commandments. Remember how the Lord chose you to be his people, a special people. You are special. Never think that you're not. Yeah, we going through it, but we are also read that the Lord said he's going to have mercy on us. How he going to have mercy on us? By us keeping our end of the bargain, by us turning back and getting our spirit up out of this place, by us following the laws, statutes, and commandments, by us loving each other like we love ourselves. That's the only way we're going to get mercy. That's the only way we're going to get revenge. That's the only way we're going to see Yahawadah dripped in blood, smashing all our enemies.
Right.
You know? So with that, anybody got the announcements? If not, I'm going to end the class with that. I'm going to say the water to Officer Yeshaya, the water to the mighty trooper Kayal, the water to everybody that's on the chat, everybody that's tuned in, like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And let's get back on it, y'all. Let's get back to being a special people of the Lord. Let's get back to being his chosen. You know what I'm saying? Let's follow these laws, statutes, and commandments and love one another as we love ourselves. Pay our tithes. Get ready for the Passover. And with that, I want to say shalom. Yahawadah Shem Shabrak Thumb. Yahawadah Shemar Thabah Shem Yahawadah.
Shalom, Israel.